Congratulations, you just found your dream home and you just moved in and the letdown happens. Can't wait to move out. Well, let's find a way where that doesn't happen. Hey, it's Eric Hudson. I'm out here in Las Vegas and my job is to help you enjoy your life. And if you like the stuff that you're hearing, go ahead and do me a favor. Grow my YouTube channel, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Let that YouTube algorithm help me out and get my message out to more folks. I'm here to help folks out, learn about Las Vegas, learn about housing, and make your lives a heck of a lot better. So today, I'm going to show you some new ways to think about housing and finding a house beyond price and location. Because even though they say it's about location, there's some things you have to think about outside of that. But it is about location. So these are some things to consider that maybe you haven't put on your list yet. Number one, what kind of person are you? Are you a homebody? Are you sociable? What are the community events like? You know, some communities have community events. It could be right there in that little subdivision that you have. Do they have little events in the park? The larger area, do they have events? Find that out. Start scoping that out. Be like a little spy. Because you don't want to end up in a place if you're one of those outgoing people and now you got to go across town to do something. Don't you want that near your house? Why did you make a home and you got to leave it? Unless you really want to get away and you don't want your neighbors knowing what you're doing. Now, if you're into the bar scene and you want to be able to stumble home, don't you want to be near the bars you want to be near? So that's one of the things you want to consider. Next, are you a shopper? Do you like to shop until you drop? Or do you like Amazon to just drop it on your porch? Do you like Amazon to put it in your garage? Do you have the key program, or is that a little too creepy for you? Well, where's the shopping? Do you have to drive to it? Do you want to drive? Do you drive? Do you have to have someone come pick you up? Is it inconvenient for them? Is it inconvenient to you? Look at where that shopping is and where that house is. Even if you saved a few dollars, are you spending more money by spending time in your car, or spending time on transportation, or goodness forbid, Lyft and Uber to get you someplace? Think about that. Just because you saved a few dollars someplace, if you got to Uber someplace else, did you save any money? What about the schools? Now you may even say, I don't have any children. What are you talking about schools? You don't have any children, or you don't have any children yet? I'm 50 years old. What are you talking about? What about your grandchildren? What about grandchildren to come? How many grandparents raise their grandchildren? What happens then? What about the quality of the schools? What if you never have grandchildren or children? What about the resale value? You know that house, its value is based upon the school district. So what if you have children that come to move with you? Well, now you have to think about that. So you have to consider long term. Now, are you a gourmet? Do you like to eat? Well, we all like to eat. So you like to cook for yourself? Do you like to eat out? Well, I learned a little thing one day. Do you know the singers in the Sun Cities? A lot of them don't cook for themselves anymore. They love eating at restaurants. Are you a foodie? Do you like eating at restaurants? You know, Las Vegas has some of the best restaurants in the world. Not the country, the world.
Wow!
Well, do you want to live near these restaurants? Or is this your time to really get out? How are the restaurants in the local area? Do you want to travel across town? Do you want to spend your Friday night, Saturday night in traffic? Have you thought about that? Have you taken that into account? Well, put that on your list if that's something that's important to you. If it's not, of course, leave it off. Do you take public transportation? Are you an Uber person? Have you thought about that? Are you going to be taking surface streets? Are you going to be taking the freeway? Is there a bus stop nearby? We don't have a train system here. Maybe you're outside of Las Vegas. How are you going to get to work? How are you going to get to school? Have you really taken that into account? There's a holistic picture you have to look at. So this is everything you need to start to look at instead of just going, the house looks nice, the price is right. So take it all in and think about what you're trying to do and what your overall goals are. Tying this all together, do you like to go to the park? Do you have a dog? I would say if you had a cat, cats don't go to the park. They just do whatever they want and knock things over whenever they feel like it. But do you have a dog? Do you like to go to the dog parks? Is a dog park nearby? Do you really want to travel that far just to make that fur baby happy? So look at where those are. Are there any good dog parks? Research it. Now the stickiest situation of them all. What's the crime rate? I'm always hearing, find me a safe neighborhood. Here's the problem. I cannot dictate what is safe to you. You have to dictate what's safe. I can give you statistics. I can give you a website to go to. Need to look that up. What is acceptable to you? Who is living in your neighborhood? You can research that. You have a due diligence period. I highly suggest you use that time. Before you even go into a neighborhood, you can figure that out. Do you want a sexual predator living near you? Did you know you can actually look that up? It's a public record. They're required to register. So go ahead, figure that out before you even go to a house. Why fall in love with a house where your next door neighbor, maybe someone you don't want to live next to because you have a 9-year-old daughter or son? Something to think about. Are you getting older? Do you have a special condition? Do you need to be near the hospital or a special clinic or something? Do you need access quickly? Are you a veteran? Do you need to be near the Veterans Hospital over on the east side? Think about that and put that into your calculation. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. Do you love entertainment? Because, hey, you're in the entertainment capital of the world. I don't know, somebody in New York or LA may have a different perspective, but you are in the entertainment capital. And if you want to go down to the Strip and be like a tourist and enjoy it, do you want to live near that? To be honest, most people don't take that into consideration. I'm just throwing it out there. So that's the final little thing to think about. And there are plenty of other things to put into your calculus, as we'll call it. And you know what? I got some more things for you to think about right here. And of course, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I know this is the day you're going to do that for me. Do me that favor and have YouTube help me help more folks out there.